Hi there, I'm Mark. Nice to have you with us. Yesterday I pondered the likelihood of the FTSE 100 hitting the 7,500 level soon. And well, at this rate, it could very well easily happen by the end of the day, or at least the end of the week. Today, every point higher is a new record for the index. Earlier it was up 0.42% at 7,485, tantalizingly close. Now, my stock in focus today, not doing so well. Budget airline easyJet shares down more than 5% a short time ago at £12.44. The airline industry is so exposed to so many different elements beyond its control that can really impact profitability. And they're really diverse. Things as extreme as the weather on one hand, security and terror issues, currency movements, energy prices, political upheaval, and that's even before you get to talking about competition within the industry. Now, easyJet's half-year report was out today, and it really took a hit from a mix of the weaker pound and the late timing of Easter this year. Revenue was actually up, though, by 3.2% to £1.82 billion. Loss before tax, though, spiralling to £212 million. Passenger numbers, they were up by 9%. The dividend, that was cut by 1.4% to 53.8 pence. But if you look at the fundamentals of the business, the dividend is quite tempting, even given today's cut. The price to earnings ratio, which is really just a metric for judging the valuation of a company's shares, whether they're overpriced or not, and it's at about 9.2, which is very good indeed. Dividend cover, that's the number of times the company can pay dividends out of its profits, that's at 1.96, also very good. And the yield on the current share price from the dividends is about 5.5%, not bad at all. And I could be tempted by the dividend, but the industry and its outlook has so many variables in it that I don't know whether the dividend, even versus the share price fall, would be worth it. So it's going on my watch list. Big boss time, and Barclays chief executive Jes Staley has been put on a final warning by big shareholders after two incidents which have shown the very experienced banker that he is had seriously questionable judgment in his behaviour. He's currently being investigated for his role in trying to unmask a whistleblower at the bank, very naughty indeed, and also for getting involved in a row between his brother and one of Barclays' biggest customers, private equity firm KKR. What was he thinking? I'm not suggesting that Jes Staley has some kind of God complex though, but he seems more and more like the very embodiment of the very thing we're trying to get away from in banking these days. I'm just a tiny shareholder, but I do think enough is enough, and Staley should resign for the sake of the bank and for shareholders and the bank staff. And of course, you've got to remember that after all, the bank is still trying to reform its character after things like LIBOR, PPI, and Forex, all those scandals. Enough said. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Please do share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter.